Hey guys, welcome back. It is Callous and it is Callous Invitational 5, and this is, in my opinion, the highlight matchup of the round. Triangles and Starmaster, an undefeated champion. Callous Invitational 3, Triangles went the whole way. Only guy to win Callous Invitational from the winner's bracket. Starmaster, on the other hand, the most consistent player across the last two SPLs, one of the odds-on favorites to win this tournament or to make money in this tournament, and largely considered, especially with Linear not in the field, probably the most likely guy to win the tournament as a whole. Certainly, according to our survey, that is what you guys thought, and he's got to be, like I said, one of the utmost, most respected players in the high-level ADV scene. So this is a real treat and a real highlight. This could easily be the grand finals, and here we are in round one. So fortunate for the spectators, unfortunate for the guys. Let's see how it plays out. Best of three. Can't wait to see this one. Triangle's bottom side with Zapdos, Starmaster top side with T-Tar, the two most common leads in the game. Back it goes to Metagross, eats a crunch. There's Fori, Starmaster opting for a TSS team in this opening game. Meteor Mash with an attack raise for Triangles. Earthquake there, pretty good damage after that attack raise, 39%. But of course, Star's going to get a lair down. That's what happens. Here's Moltres and Meteor Mash there as opposed to EQ. Nice play there for Triangles to not EQ into an immunity. And he gets him for a decent chunk there. Takes half his health with that chip damage. Goes Flamethrower, but Starmie comes in. That should deter the Moltres, and it's a free recover if he has that. But no, he goes Rapid Spin and gets blocked there. A missed opportunity for a recover by getting greedy and going for the spin. And now he's going to have to get out of the way because T-Bolt would kill him. The lead Zapdos comes in and takes it instead. Takes only 20%. That's got to be both a bulky Gengar and a bulky Zapdos to be doing that little with the T-Bolt. Toxic into the Gengar is obviously knowing there'll be a switch. He's right. Connects with Bliss. And now Meta comes in. So, Wish coming down. Who needs that? Fori will certainly take it. And so would Moltres. And he's going to pass it to the Moltres. That is going to undo the big chip damage he took earlier from the +1 mash, back up to effectively full health at 99%. And there's a DD on a Protect, really good for Triangles there. It's got to be Last Folk Swampert, you would think, for Star. Yup, and here it is. And Hidden Power, you would think Flying, 38% there. Hidden Power again, not afraid of Ice Beam. And looks like he's right to not be afraid of Ice Beam. It's actually just Toxic. It might not have Ice Beam. It might be a Monopert because both the Gengar and the Blissey probably have Ice attacks. But what is this set from Triangles? He's got DD Refresh. That's a set. That's what we've got here. DD Refresh, HP Flying, and Brick Break. Okay. Well then. I don't know what the hell this set is, but it seems to be working. Starmaster in shambles. Sub 20 turns in, finds himself down 3-6 against Dante. Triangles the undefeated Callous Invitational 3 champion, showing exactly why he has that title, giving Starmaster both sides of his hand in this opening game. Star down to just 3 pokes against almost the full squad from Triangles. Roar after getting hit by a Hidden Power. At least it brings out something that it beats, which is Celebi, which is previously unrevealed. Back that goes to Mence. Intimidate not relevant here. Flamethrower handles it just fine, 29%. Star really needed a burn there, but it doesn't come. Hidden Power, a ton. And Roar. That's going to end up with a Moltres dead thanks to the sand. Only 2 pokes remaining for Star, the T-Tar and the Gengar. Opts for the Tar in this situation. Surf Crit is going to crucify any chance that Starmaster maybe had to win this game, but he's not ready to concede. Psychic there is going to do a ton. T-Bolt, sure, but you need anything at all that can tank a Gengar hit to close this game out. Gengar would need a miraculous string of crits or freezes or whatever. Thunderbolt's not going to do it. Thunderbolt from Zapdos will do it, and this one pretty one-sided, all Triangles. He takes game 1 over one of the utmost tournament favorites. Yeah. No commentary. I just want to get to game 2. Like I said, super excited about this set. Here we go. Game 2. Triangles on the bottom, Starmaster on the top. Hariyama and Titar. Knockoff immediately, which usually comes with a Hariyama lead. What are you going to do? Something's going to lose its item, and it's going to be the Skarmory losing its lefties. He's going to go cross chop and miss as spikes come down, and Starmie, a very common partner with the Hariyama, is going to switch in at this point. Starmaster is going to unluckily miss Toxic. There's the Protect just to see what's up. He does get... He doesn't get cute. He goes straight forward, goes Rapid Spin here. And he goes Rapid Spin again, not playing around a possible Ghost, which if Starmaster had it, he didn't go for it. He instead opts for Toxic. Natural Cure, Skarm on Skarm, and spikes come down yet again. One of these guys has lefties, one of them doesn't, so slight advantage for triangles here. As Starmie reappears, the third layer comes down. Certainly now a Ghost might come in if he goes Rapid Spin, and indeed there is a Gengar in the back. He opts for the Recover, however, as opposed to the Spin or the Attack. Wants to keep the Starmie very safe. So now Blissey comes in. That's going to eat a Thunderbolt, which is whatever, but the important thing is that Star protected his spikes. He's got all three layers right now, though there is one layer beneath his team as well. Blissey also going to play it safe, go for Soft Boiled here, so obviously a very stally team for Triangles, and it looks like a stall or a semi-stall for Starmaster as well. Leech Seed coming down from Celebi. Still only the 4 pokes revealed for both, just kidding. Here's a 5th poke for Triangles, not a poke I was expecting, Wheezing. And it's going to be Titar switching into that. It's going to eat Will-O-Wisp. This must be a Pursuitar. There's no way he would make this switch if it weren't. And it is, in fact, going to Pursuit him on the way out. But it doesn't do as much as I thought that it would. 44%. Wheezing really doesn't have a lot of special defense to begin with, so he's got to be pretty invested in it for it to do that little. The only other thing I could think of is if it's a Titar, a Pursuitar that doesn't have much or any investment in special attack, but that seems less likely to me. Protect and Wow happen here. Blissey comes in. That gets burnt. We've only seen Thunderbolt and Will-O-Wisp. We don't know if it has Taunt here, but it certainly could go for that. Goes Focus Punch instead, which Triangles, I think, Ice Beams to play around Taunt, but he gets the same result here, a better result, disrupting the Focus Punch and getting him with Ice Beam. But now Focus Punch comes down again as he goes Soft Boiled, and this time he gets crit, and he's going to lose his Bliss because of it. So, relevant crit there, obviously. Starmaster with the balls to stay in there and go for it again. Didn't work the first time. Goes for it again and gets greatly rewarded. And he's going to fodder off his T-Tar to the Surf. It's going to leave us after the dust settles with a 5-5. But now, even though Starmaster just got some good hacks, he's on the bad end of hacks, missing Rock Slide here. And that's going to allow Rapid Spin to come off and get rid of those spikes, which is a huge deal. Because obviously Gengar could block him, or Aerodactyl there could have crit him, or flinched him, or whatever. That was a high variance turn, and removing the spikes a huge deal, and obviously favors Triangles tremendously. So now we're at a 5-5, but Triangles has the clear advantage of not having any spikes down, whereas Star's going to have to live with 2 layers. We know he doesn't have a spinner. 1 layer gets reestablished. That Thunderbolt chip damage is very relevant, because remember, Hariyama knocked off the lefties, so Skarm is not going to be getting anything back anytime soon. Goes for T-Bolt again, knowing that there won't be a Protect. That's a good prediction from Triangles. He's got great instincts. Leaves us 2 layers each. Make that 3 layers for Star, 2 for Triangles. But the Toxic ticking down. Protect probably happening this turn. No, he doubles back to Gengar just in case with the Rapid Spin. We end up with Gengar on Wheezing here. Thunderbolt and Will-O-Wisp respectively. Will-O-Wisp on the Gar is pretty helpful. Not only residual damage, but we know this is a Focus Punch variant, so that's pretty good. This game looking pretty good for Triangles, who's already up a game. How would that be for him to 2-0 Starmaster to start his tournament? But looking like that's something that very well could happen here. Gengar getting lower and lower. 36% now after the burn kicks in. But another crit for Starmaster. Both of his kills come by way of critical hit. Haxy game this one has been. But Starmaster nevertheless with the lead, 5-4. Very brief, however, as Skarm gets foddered off, bringing us back to a tie game. Now 4-4, but the Aerodactyl looking harder and harder to deal with from Triangle's seat. Rock Slide there, 39% is a big chunk. Gonna protect for lefties. And Rock Slide coming down again. Has not shown Toxic. Maybe that's what he's trying to do here. Maybe he just wants to roar it out, but we don't get to see because he gets flinched. Now Meta comes in. Star, of course, is going to persist with the Rock Slide Assault. Meta, we see, has lefties. Celebi comes in now. There's Meteor Mash. Agilgross would be probably a game winner in this situation for Triangles, but it doesn't appear to be that. Clearly would have gone for the agility there if he had it. But yeah, Agilgross would be a nightmare here. It would clean Starmaster right up. There's the mash. And there's another mash with the Leech Seed. So Celebi survives at 1% through the sand, but manages to leech back up. Weezing comes in on a predicted recover, which is correct. So now it's a matter of what the Celebi has for an attacking move. HP Grass would not kill. Psychic obviously would. And it's going to be a boom to get the Celebi really low. That's going to do 84%. But the best follow-up he's got is the Scarm, which is not that exciting. There's the Drill Peck. I'm surprised he didn't follow up with the Meta. Obviously, the Starmie doesn't have Ice Beam, or he would have followed up with that as well. Man, the Celebi got off the hook there. It got all the way down to the red after getting blown up on, but yeah, it's totally healthy now. It escaped. Looks like Triangles doesn't have the right moves, unfortunately. Agilgross would clean up for him. Offstar would clean up for him. He's got a lot of really good options here, but he just doesn't have the right movesets here. Gonna get a Surf off, and he's gonna eat a Thunderbolt. That's gonna be yet another critical hit for Starmaster. That one I don't know if it mattered, but he's had at least 2, if not 3 kills by way of critical hit. And it's going to be a Protect Metagross here for Triangles, not what he needs. He needed to mash on the switch there. Protect again on Leech Seed, so he gets that turn right, but really needed to mash on the previous turn. Triangle's looking to be in trouble here. It looked like he had a lead for quite a while, but now this game has turned very much in the direction of Starmaster, and that would, if Starmaster wins this game, send us to a Game 3. Recover coming from Celebi now. Yeah, I mean, we know there's Drill Peck, but it's really not going to do that much, even though it's stab and even though it's super effective. Any bulky Celebi is going to take Drill Peck just fine. The other issue here is the Rachi. I mean, doesn't that just clean up for Starmaster, assuming it has Fire Punch? Which it totally may not. That's far from guaranteed. But if it does, isn't the Rachi basically unbeatable here? And it does, in fact, have Fire Punch, so I think this game is basically over. It would require a pretty bad choke from Starmaster to not win this game. I think we are going to a Game 3. Roar is going to prompt out the Rachi. The 3 layers of spikes doing work, but the Leech Seed also doing work. There's the Fire Punch KO. Metagross, the final hope for Triangles now. Like I said, it is unfortunately for him not the Agilgross set that he would really want to have here. Fire Punch and Earthquake respectively. EQ could have gotten him with a crit, but even then he would lose to the Aerodactyl, but the crit doesn't come, so he comes up short, and the Jirachi finishes off the game. That is going to send us to what I assume most of the spectators wanted to see between these two excellent players, which is a third game. Close set so far. Can't wait to see it. Here it is, third and final. Triangles and Starmaster. Both of them keeping it pretty straightforward with the best and most common lead, Tyranitar. Here comes a Milotic switch for Starmaster. And now Celebi for Triangles, a Pokemon that he struggled to kill in the previous game. You know what? That poke's pretty good. I'm going to use it myself. Here's the BP. Gengar comes in on Toxic, sure. So it comes in for free. Good turn for Triangles. Hypnosis. Well, high variance there, 60-40. Lucky for Star that he missed. He's definitely not going to keep the Milotic in now that he knows that he's trying to do that. Well, just kidding. He does try it. He's willing to let his Milotic get slept, because if Gengar were to miss, he would die to the Surf. Calculates that that's worth it. And tries the Toxic again, but another Poison Resist, in this case Poison Immunity, is going to come in. So Thunderbolt. Okay. And he's going to get out of the way as a Focus Punch comes down. I'm not sure if Thunderbolt means we're looking at a substitute set or one of the older Calm Mind, Wish, Thunderbolt, and one other attack, such as Ice Punch or Psychic kind of set. Not sure. Here's the meta. And Calm Mind coming down. We know the Celebi has Baton Pass, so we can give that boost to somebody. And somebody is going to be a back Charizard, but unfortunately for Triangles, he's not able to anticipate that boom and go to Gengar. That would have been a fantastic play, making Star blow up into thin air, but that's not the way it went down, and it leaves us now in a 5-5 situation as the Zard and the meta trade. Milotic in once again. Celebi has shown only BP and Calm Mind, but it might have Giga Drain, which he goes straight for Giga Drain, doesn't even boost up. He's going to chip the tar for about a third on the way in. Now he BP's out, Swampert comes in, and Hidden Power, neutral, so thinking that's HP Bug. Milotic yet again, and there's the EQ, but the Swampert's been chipped relatively low for Triangles. It's at less than half right now, and the Milotic seems to be a poke he's having a difficult time killing, but by staying in and getting the Earthquake off here, he at least gets a little more lefties back on his Swampert. So now Celebi in. Once again, we've seen all but one move. Blissey going to get shown for Star, not surprising given the team that he's got. He's opted for pretty stally teams in all three of these, which is just kind of the way that he plays, just his style, nothing wrong with that. There's an Ice Beam coming down against the Celebi. Did get a Calm Mind boost off, which he may try to pass yet again. And he does. And T-Tar going to be the recipient. But it's actually Calm Mind Bliss from Starmaster. So prepared to get into a boost war, but obviously not going to stay in against T-Tar. So now he's going to DD up. He has a very rare instance here where he has both a DD and a Calm Mind. But Starmaster just seems to be really into this whole critical hit thing. That happened last game as well, and that very well may have saved him, honestly, because based on the Earthquake roll, if he can live 2 Earthquakes, he could have DD'd twice, and then Triangles would have just swept with the +2/+2 DD tower. But Starmaster, once again, just as he did last game, finds a critical hit exactly when he needs it, and is going to thwart Triangles' offense, and leaves us in a close game. Not to mention, Triangles has not been able to connect with Hypnosis. He's had a chance to put Milo asleep. He's had a chance to put Dugtrio asleep, but he just cannot connect. Back to Gar. Brings it in on Earthquake. See what he can do here. He's going to need... No, he doesn't go for it. I was going to say need to land Hypnosis, but not feeling too confident in it given the amount of times that he's missed up to this point. There's an Earthquake giving himself an opportunity to get a crit and a knockout, but it doesn't come. Celebi comes in on what's got to be a recover turn. Triangle's trying, man. He's given himself a lot of opportunities. He almost swept a DD Tar there. He's had a lot of chances to hit Hypnosis. It just hasn't happened for him, but he's sure as hell trying and giving himself the chances. BP to Rachi now. There's Ice Beam. Oh, jeez. Starmaster, how are you so lucky? You're good enough to not win with luck. Why do you have to get so lucky? He finds the freeze on the Rachi now. Man, it is tough. I mean, Dante is keeping up with one of the absolute best ADVers in the world in Starmaster. He's like not only a great player, but he's also just catching a lot of breaks in this, and that is such a hard combination to beat when someone's already really good and they're getting the better end of the luck. There's just only so much you can do. Triangle's in big trouble now, unfortunately. He's going to have to thaw and just get a Rachi Miracle or he's boned here, but it just, I mean, he's got a couple crits in the end here, but they're not nearly as relevant as the stuff that Star has caught. The freeze is bad. All the Hypno misses are bad. Yeah. The crits have been bad. Triangle's having a tough time, but it is still possible to win this with Jirachi here. He thawed out, so this can be done. +2 Rachi here. There's a real chance. Thunderbolt for the kill. Here's the Dugtrio, which he should be able to kill with Ice Punch at +2. Earthquake does a bazillion. And there's the Ice Punch. So I think he actually has a shot here. It's a Calm Mind Bliss on the other side. It will not have Seismic Toss. Calm Mind's the right move. Get into a Calm Mind. Oh my god. Oh boy, I would quit if I were Triangles. It's brutal. There's just no justice. I mean, I think Triangles probably was going to win there in the Rachi versus Blissey situation. The Combine was the right move, and Star just insta-crits. I feel bad for Triangles. I mean, this is such a hard pairing in round one. He's played really well for someone who hasn't been playing competitive Pokemon in a while and claims to be washed and rusty and all that. He's playing really well. It looks like he should have won this series, but he's now not going to. I feel bad. I mean, anybody losing to Star is not like an upset or whatever. Star is just incredibly good and is one of the obvious favorites to win the tournament, but it looks to me like Triangles deserve to win this set more. It definitely felt like Star was on the better end of the luck throughout the set and caught multiple pieces of relevant hacks. It felt to me like Triangles could have won all three of these games, but certainly game one that he did win, and certainly game three here. There are just a lot of things that could have been different. Star caught two very big crits. He thwarted the DD Tar sweep with a crit. He dealt with the Rachi with a crit, and he also dodged Hypnosis with Milo and Dugtrio on multiple occasions. Just all the crucial turns just would not go Triangle's way. Very, very frustrating for him. Says GG's, doesn't complain, doesn't say anything negative. He's a really classy guy, good sport. But he's got to know that he played really well and that Star just caught a lot of breaks. Star certainly has to know that he caught some breaks. It is what it is. It's part of the game sometimes, unfortunately, but the result is what it is, and it's going to be a 2-1 victory for Star. No matter what, this is going to be a hard pairing, and one really, really good player is going to find themselves in the lower bracket for the next round, and that is going to be Triangles, but man, I would look to him to make a lower bracket run. It looked to me like he played really well and has not lost a single step in his game. I think he's going to be a beast in this tournament and is going to be in the mix in the late rounds based on what we've seen here. But let me know what you guys think. That was a tough series, man. It's hard to watch as a spectator when someone's doing everything right and playing really well and just can't get there. It's tough, but it's part of the game that we play. Anyhow, guys, thumbs up, comments, all that good stuff. More CALLOUS Invitational 5 content on the way.